everybody in the fleet, down to the lowest seaman, knew that war was imminent. There was no question about that.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
We were in the harbor, we were in a state of overhaul. We had very much of the working parts of the ship dismantled. We had a steam line came over, which was mostly to provide basic services that needed steam, but everything came over. The water, fire and flushing water. In other words, we couldn't fight fire if we had one. All came from the tender. Well, when all this occurred, the first thing the tender did was cut off all those services. So there we were on cold iron with no electricity. The engineering spaces are all black as your pants are. And so the only light we had was battle lanterns. And so we had to try to put the ship together under those circumstances. There were two engineering officers, senior to me, but they were both ashore. So they were of no help. Much of the time during the attack, I was in the engineering spaces. When the attack started, actually, I had just gotten up and I was going to take our football team over to IEA to play a Marine Corps team. So I was actually shaving at the time, and the first thing I knew that we were actually under attack was that our general alarm sounded. Our forward machine guns that were right over my head started firing, and my first thought was, this is a very realistic drill. Well, it was very realistic, all right. And the first I knew that it was no drill was that a Japanese valve flew over our stern, not more than 100 yards from where I was standing. And the Japanese pilot was throttled way back and just sort of, it seemed to me he was laughing at us. However, we did not get that plane, but our after machine gunners, just with 50 caliber machine guns, did get, I believe, 5 of the total number of planes that were shot down that day, and I used to know that number, but it was not many, 15 or so.
How long did it take you to get the ship running?
We were, we got it put back together remarkably fast. We were ready to go by noon. Just worked like hell to pull everything together.